If I could go back and tell my 30-year-old self one thing, it would be this: that this second half of life, being over 50, is so much more freer, calmer, and more peaceful. But you have to let go of the baggage. Today I'm sharing 6 things it took me 50 years to stop worrying about. So stay tuned till the end. I'm going to have a bonus, and that will be the best one. Number 1 is forcing extroversion. I am a complete introvert. And if you're not sure what that means, it is a person that gets energy from being alone. If you're out in public and around people, it drains your energy. And you have to, in order to regain that energy, you need time to yourself. You need that peace and quiet. As I was growing up, I was always told by different people, "You're so quiet." And it made me feel as though something was wrong with me, that being quiet was a bad thing. But through my life, I have learned that being quiet is okay. And it means that I am an introvert, and it's okay to be that way. At times, I tried to force myself to be a different person, and it just did not feel right. Number 2 is having a showroom house. When I was younger, I would see these big houses and think, wow, one day I really want a house like that. I have a sister that has done very well for herself, and she is retired now, but had a great career. She had, a career where she really did well, and she's made a lot of money, always had great houses, great cars, and things like that. And at one point in my life, I was kind of jealous of that. I would look at her and think, wow, I'm just, I really need to do better. I need to be a better person and make more money to have things like that. But as I got older, I just realized that those things don't matter to me. Her and I are completely different, and that's okay. I like simple. I am living in an apartment now. I had sold my house, and I've been in this apartment for a year and have been able to save money, and am working towards buying a small little cozy ranch house in the country. And I am so okay with that. So I think, shifting from wanting a house that's perfect and guest to wanting to downsize and have a cozy home and have it quiet and peaceful and simple is such a nice thing. And that's, it's what I like, and it's okay. Number 3 is other people's timelines. I think at this point in my life, I have realized that there are no rules for midlife. You can do what you want. You can change your mind. You can change careers. I've been in a corporate career for over 30 years, and I am just burnt out. And I am working towards making a change. I am working towards having my own business and hopefully leaving that corporate job before I hit the age of retirement, and just enjoying my life and doing something I love. I have always wanted my own business. And as a single mom, my priority was raising my son and just, being there for him. And now that he's grown up, I'm at this time in my life where, okay, I am over 50. I am 60 years old. And I am making changes and going to live the life that I want to, and that's okay. There's no timeline or no certain age that it's okay to do that. There's no rules behind that, and you can do what you want and change your life and do things that you want at 60 years old, and it's okay. Number 4 is the pressure to always hustle. That's one thing that I did do when I was younger. You always had to be busy. You always had to be going. I remember I would work a full day of work. I would run errands and do things after work, and come home and go out to a bar or go out to dinner during the week. And my gosh, there's no way I would do that now. I work full time. I am tired at the end of the day. And when I sold my house, I moved about 30 minutes away to a country area, and I am so happy here. And honestly, I will not do anything besides work during the week. Monday through Friday, I am home. I work from home, and it takes everything for me to have, if I have to go out for an appointment or something like that in an evening, I will do it. But I like being at home, especially during the week. I will go out on a Saturday and run around and maybe do a couple of errands if I have to. But even for a Saturday, I like it to be calm. Sundays, I love Sundays. There's no way that that I want to leave the house. I like a calm life, and you can have the life that you want, and you can say no to things that you don't want to do. You can set boundaries at this age and not feel guilty about it. Number 5 is perfection in my appearance. I used to love to buy clothes. I used to love to buy shoes, and this was before I had my son, but I would love to get dressed up. I worked in an office, so dressing up at that time was important. You had to dress in business, wearing suits and high heels and things like that. And I'll tell you what, how things have changed. I am now at the point in my life where I like comfort, comfortable shoes, comfortable clothing, simple clothing, things that make sense. And I do not spend that kind of money now. I enjoy nice things, and if I need a piece of clothing, that is important, or I know that's going to last for a while, I will buy it and I will spend the money to do that. But I know that it's going to last, and it's not something that I'm going to have to buy, in the next year or so. My simple clothing, I now shop at consignment and thrift shops and things like that for my clothes. I will not spend the money for new things, especially these days. Things are so expensive. I will buy a comfortable pair of shoes. If I have to spend the extra money for a pair of sneakers, I need comfort, and that extra money is worth it to me because I know those shoes are going to be comfortable and they're going to last me. So I would rather do that than have to, buy a pair of shoes and, buy a new pair the next year. So I'm just, I'm more practical in that sense. And number 6 is dropping everybody else's approval. I spent so much time in my life just trying to get approval from others, having somebody tell me that I'm good enough. And I can look back, I've had counseling for a lot of years, and seeking approval from others, it came from a long time ago, and I always felt like I was not good enough. And I am at a point in my life where, if you don't like me the way I am, then, we can't be friends. And I am going to be the person that I want to be. I'm going to be the person that I am. And if you don't want me to be part of your life, then, just go away, because I am not going to seek your approval. And for the bonus, I'm going to stop worrying about whether or not I'm going to get married. Being a single woman for a number of years, I used to worry about whether or not I would ever get married or have a boyfriend, or, I was worried about being alone for the rest of my life. And to be honest, I have been single for quite some time, and I am the happiest that I've ever been. I'm not going to say that I am opposed to meeting anybody or, dating or anything like that, but I am happy the way I am. I am at peace, and I'm okay with it. And I don't care if anybody wonders or asks whether or not I'm ever going to get married, because I am happy and at peace, and I think that's the most important thing. So getting older is not about losing things. It's about shedding those things that are too heavy for us to carry anymore. So tell me, which of these 6 things are you trying to let go of? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you in the next video.